where was I before that kicked off? Yeah, let me just start it over, I guess. Um, the one thing that I want to say about being in the gig economy is that there are times where you can be picky and times where you can't. Sometimes you can afford to be picky. Other times you got to take whatever you can get. I've fallen into both categories before. Sometimes your schedule is booming. Oh, hit me up. What's your serious question, dog? Hit me up with a serious question. Yeah, sometimes we get super busy, and we can be picky about what jobs we get. Sometimes there's no work at all, and it's like you got to take whatever you can get. I've fallen into both of those categories. So long story short, yesterday, someone hit me up, a client that I've worked with before. They're not very communicative over the phone. They're not very communicative over text, but in person, they're super communicative. The downside is that messes up my schedule, and I've told them every time I go over, if you're going to hire me for something and it's multiple things that you can't fit in your description, you have to talk about it in the task. Oh, I don't know why I should do that. I could just have you come over and show you. And I'm like, listen, lady. Do you know how to install HVAC? I need to replace an old unit. Of course I know how to install HVAC. What are you talking about? Are we talking furnace and condenser, or are we just talking separate? Because it's easy. It's more work obviously to replace them both. But or if it's just the furnace and the evac coil, then there's one It's the same process. If you remove the furnace, you just take the furnace out when you take the evac coil out. Yes, both. All right. Let me break it down like this. First thing that you would do, in layman's terms, I'm not going to go into it step by step. But basically, first thing you want to do is you want to pump the unit down into the condenser, right? What I mean by that is you want to get all the refrigerant out of the evac coil, out of the refrigerant lines, and you want to get it pumped down into the condenser, into the compressor. That's where you want to pump it all down into. So you want the whole thing pumped down into the condenser. After you do that, you're going to want to, cut the lines. Once you know that it's good to go. Once you've pulled that down, you can cut the lines. Or you have to pull a vacuum. You shouldn't have to pull a vacuum on the lines. What am I talking about? I'm being stupid. Of course you don't pull a vacuum on the lines. Or do you? I don't know. It's been a while. Anyway, you get that pumped down. You cut the lines from both ends. Then you just take the old ones out, put the new ones in, wire it all up together. I mean, this is like I said, it's not step by step. It's super layman terms, but you essentially get rid of the old one, and then you put the new one in its place. Not going into the mathematics of what unit to replace the old one with and all that jazz, but the process, yeah, I just don't want to sit here and explain the entire process for changing out units. We'd be here for an hour. Or 5 minutes if I knew how to word it properly. San Diego. That's like 6 hours away from me, dude. No, well, I would appreciate it, but no, I'm pretty far, man. Yeah, I would. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. If I ever am out that way, I can let you know. So, anyway, so going back to the gig economy thing, we get busy and stuff. We get busy. We don't get busy. Talking about this lady. So she wanted me to unbolt the safe and move it in her garage, which is fine. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. What else do you need? Oh, I'll tell you when you get here. And I'm like, I kind of need to know everything because I have at 3 o'clock. I don't know if it's going to go over or not. Can you confirm the time of 9:30 and also tell me what else you need? Because I can work with you up until 2 o'clock. And nothing. So once again, and I don't know why these return clients I get, they put the most vague description possible. And most of our return clients are great, but there's a very small handful of them that I've done tons of work for that I have to remind them every time. I need you to actually talk to me in chat. Like I've had clients where they won't even put an address down. And it's like, can I get the address please? And they're like, oh, you've been here before. I'm like, yeah, I was there like 8 months ago. Like, I don't remember where you live. Can you put an address other than Las Vegas? That would be helpful. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. This is the community helping each other, man. That makes me happy, man. See, don't get me wrong, I love getting work tossed my way. Do not get me wrong. But the fact that we have a community, we have a network of people that can talk to one another, that's what I'm talking about. This is what this whole channel is about. Like, don't get me wrong, I like making videos, I like chit-chatting with you guys, it's fun, it's great, it's awesome, but at the end of the day, the fact that we have assembled a group of like-minded that want to help you out. I've got people on this channel that all they ever do is they come on, and we all know exactly who I'm talking about. We all get that one dude that comes on here to flex about how much money he's making, and you know how much he charges clients, and how much he like gouges people for super simple shit. That it's like that dude. It's like I got to the point where I don't even acknowledge him anymore, except for obviously right now. All right, let me get everyone dinner. And I've been drinking water, by the way. It's been great. Oakley dokley. You want a kid's milk? What kind? Not cheeseburger, chicken nuggets? No nuggets? Okay. What kind of sauce? Ranch or barbecue?
Ranch.
Yeah, could I get a large number one, a double? Diet Coke.
Okay.
And 2 chicken nugget kids meals, both with ranch. And want juice? And both of them with juice.
I want orange.
No, there's only one kind.
High C or other.
Huh?
The high C or other.
Oh, one of each. And then can I get a large chocolate frosty? Yep, absolutely. Oh, okay. Then a small vanilla frosty. Sorry, guys. You still have leftover Chinese, right? Okay. What'd you leave? Is there a lot or a little?
Chicken and noodles. Not that much, but this is probably.
Daddy's having leftovers. I'm getting Wendy's for the rest of it. Just so I don't have to cook anything. Thank you. Give me that, actually. I need that. Speaking of having just water lately, I have my bottle in here somewhere. Or did I take it in the house? I can't remember. Yo, what's up? I always see you in the comments after the fact. What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. Anyway, so yeah, I had to forfeit on the chick. That's that's where I was going with that story. I had to forfeit on her last night because she wouldn't say anything. Am I in the red light district? Are we, Michael?
Who's that?
The red light district is a district with a bunch of bad stuff. No, where are we? Where in Las Vegas?
I don't know.
What is this place? Wendy's. Yeah, so I had to forfeit on that chick, but the other client that was also a regular, you know, she booked me a week in advance. Even yesterday, she hit me up, was like, hey, my husband has a cold. Do you still want to come over? And I'm like, absolutely. Got over there, took care of the job, no problem. It was just furniture assembly this time, no mounting or anything like last time. So it's pretty easy overall. But I love working with them because they're very communicative. They're always. It's like there's never an issue with them. You know, I'll it's the kind of client where I will go above and beyond just because of how awesome they make it. How's the trend? Yeah, dude. So that's another weird thing, which I'm gonna have to get addressed sooner rather than later. Once I get the cash flow, I definitely will. It's over 200,000 miles. How I like living in Vegas. It's all over the place, dude. It hasn't popped back up. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. It's weird. Weird malfunction. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if it came through again, though. Because this truck is, you know, it's at that point in its life where it's probably going to need a head gasket replacement in the next 6 months. So, it's where? 217,000 miles. Oh, definitely. So excited, I always miss the live stream. Yeah, I'm not dedicated to any live streams right now. In September I will be. I'll give you guys dates and times. I'll let you guys know my live stream schedule. But we're going to get a little bit more structured with it come September. Things are going to kind of smooth out by then. Are you going to watch my live stream, Mike? Oh, can I get some ranch, please? I don't know. Okay.
I don't have anything to watch it on.
Your TV?
I'm not allowed to watch it.
Oh, that's right.
I want to watch it. Dad,
Yes.
I don't like when Opa says when I watch my Minecraft, he calls it Minecraft.
I know you don't like it, bud. Alright, so. Okay. Whatever. I'm sorry. So we had this conversation in the... Can you put this down there, bud? Thank you. We had this conversation before about, you know, how I treat fast food workers. I, for the most part, try to treat them pretty well. But then that dude just... Yeah, that's just piss poor customer service right there. I have to move a little bit. Hold on. Wait, did he give us straws? Can you check the bags for straws? How many are there? Is there another one? There's not. There's only... Oh, there you go. That's yours. Okay, where was... I'm so sorry, guys. Alright. Don't blow no smoke in the car. Roll the windows up. Let's go on a journey. In the Ya area? What's the Ya area? Where do you mean New York? Yeah, I know, man. It's always like an after the fact thing. As far as living in Vegas is concerned, I do want to... Oh, the Bay Area, gotcha. That's a good market. That and Seattle are two of the best markets, like, period. I'm surprised Denver isn't a stronger market. It's weird. It's like I've checked out Denver and the prices out there are pretty much similar to Las Vegas, but the cost of living in Denver is the equivalent of like Seattle. So it's weird. Yeah, as far as living in Vegas, it's bittersweet. I mean, yeah, it's a living somewhere, I guess, but to be perfectly honest with you, I don't want to live here at all. That's why I got to finish the book. I got a little bit of writing in today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they do. The thing with TaskRabbit is they kind of rely on word of mouth. Yeah, cool thing actually happened from that. Little quickie update on that one job. Yeah, of course I was upset. And I guess throughout the confusion, what TaskRabbit did was they gave me a cancellation fee, but they gave it to me twice. So here's what I'm thinking. I don't know if they gave it to me twice or if if one of the cancellation fees was for another job from from a week ago where a client canceled on me last moment. I don't know. So. But yeah, man, I was really upset about that because that was like a 25-30 minute drive, and it's like, you know, I've closed down the barrier, so only on the west side of town will I be hired. Some parts of Henderson, some parts of southern Henderson, over in Anthem area, if you guys know the Las Vegas area, I'll do that area as well, just because the people in those areas tend to have work that's for longer than an hour. Anyway, yeah, my days go pretty good for the most part. I'm not as busy as I used to be. It's weird. It's kind of evened out in a strange way. Oh no, man! It's my light came on, but when the light comes on, you got like at least, it's a big tank. So when my light comes on, I have at least 2 gallons. We all figure it out. Like I might come on here and complain a lot. But that's just me venting. That's just me like getting the internal thoughts and putting it out there. Which, yeah, some people might see as a very negative thing. But once I get that negative stuff out there, it's no longer in me. That way I can focus on the task at hand. So my whole thing is, let's acknowledge the problem, see what the issue is, and then look for solutions. That's kind of what I'm all about. So if it comes off of me complaining too much, or if I'm verbalizing things to a crazy degree, that's just me venting a lot of frustration. Yeah, things get hard, things get rough, but that's the best time to knuckle down and kind of figure out your jazz. You know what I mean? But yeah, when I first worked, man, I was super busy. Like the first 2-3 weeks, it was really slow for me on TaskRabbit. But once I got those reviews coming in, it got to the point where I was working 10, 12-hour days. But my rate was so incredibly low that I can work a fraction of the time that I used to and make the same amount of money. So, oh wait, hold on, man. You just mentioned something that I've talked about briefly before, but man, it's one of those things that just gets me. Amazon, man. How is that company even afloat? Ugh. Well, we all know why they're afloat. People think it's because of like their goods and services. No. You think that Amazon got to its level because they sell stuff? Do you think that Amazon got to that level because they deliver packages? No. Do you guys know why Amazon is at the level that it's at? Not the dark web or any kind of crazy thing like that, but as far as website domains and website services and servers that run and operate websites and stuff, that's Amazon. 80% of the internet is all run through Amazon Web Services. That's how Amazon has as much money as it does. Because, the end user gets a really good deal with Amazon. But I've actually worked, thanks to TaskRabbit, with other individuals that have been sellers on Amazon. They get destroyed in fees. Amazon takes so many fees, it's ridiculous. So when you're reselling or even selling a product on Amazon, your margins are razor thin. It's all about volume. You have to sell as much. If you could sell a $100 item. You're not seeing $90, $80 back in return for that. Amazon's cut is massive. Amazon, they make money in all kinds of crazy ways. So let me get to this red light and I'll take a look. As far as the delivery vans, yeah, that's something they rolled out here in Vegas. From my knowledge, I haven't heard of Flex being a thing out here anymore, but I'm pretty sure Prime Now delivery is still the same. Prime Now delivery is still those guys, Amazon's Flexers. But the delivery vans, they've kind of taken over, and the delivery van thing is kind of a scam too. because you pay, what is it, like between $10,000 or $20,000, and Amazon will franchise out to you. But if you actually read the contract, you have to pay for the trucks. You have to pay to have the trucks wrapped, which it says in the advertising that getting the trucks wrapped is part of the franchise fee. It makes it seem as if the upfront money that you pay to Amazon will help get the trucks wrapped. No, that's an added cost on top of the franchise fee of $20,000. You have to then pay however many thousands of dollars to get the trucks wrapped. Yeah, and then they've been going after veterans too. It's like, oh yeah, if you're a veteran and you want to do this, yeah, come sign up with us. We'll take so much money off of the startup cost. But you're contracted in, and they mandate that you have so many trucks. They mandate that all of those trucks run, meaning that you need employees. It says in the contract that you cannot have independent contractors, that you have to have employees. You have to have people on payroll. Basically what this is Amazon is setting up the Amazon fleet. It's their way of doing distribution, right? It's their way of employing distribution, but without having the overhead costs of employees. So by franchising out, you put the responsibility on someone else's head. You contract into them so that it's a fixed rate. So no matter what their operating costs are, it means nothing to you. You pay them a fixed rate. So that really, at the end of the day, it screws over, because these guys have zero room for negotiation. That's the other thing too. You're not starting up your own business, you're franchising through Amazon, and you're playing by Amazon rules. So no matter how hard and how difficult things get, you're stuck into that contract. You have zero wiggle room. I'm telling you, this is non-sustainable, because Amazon is taking too much control in their end. There's no way for the market to wiggle in anyone's favor. The people that are actually franchising into this will go bankrupt. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and I'm calling it now. It's a crap storm waiting to happen. Exactly. I'm telling you, the Amazon Fleet program, the people that franchise out into it, it's Amazon, TaskRabbit, like all these companies that try to partake in the gig economy. Their number one way of showing, of getting people on the platform is they target people that either don't do their research about what they're getting into, or people that are really hard up for cash. It's like, oh, I understand. It's like people that go on Uber. I understand Uber, you're gonna get screwed over, but I need the money now. So it's kind of like that. Those are the people that they target. They don't, for example, if I would have gone back in time and looked at TaskRabbit, I would have still joined, but my approach to it would have been a lot different than it was today, because I'm a lot more knowledgeable. The people that are knowledgeable, they don't care about those people as much. They want people that are knowledgeable in this trade. They want people that have experience doing handyman work. Of course, come on the platform. But are you knowledgeable about the platform that you're working for? Are you knowledgeable about what it means to be an independent contractor? Oh, well, by all means then. Just ignore us. You guys said some other stuff here.
This drink is cool.
You want me to hold it for you?
You can drive with one hand.
You should drive with two hands, but yes, you can drive with one hand if you're skilled enough. Daddy's super skilled. You see, when you drive, the vehicle is then an extension of yourself. It's like that's the same thing when I was in basic training. That's how I learned to fire a weapon as effectively as I can, is because the weapon is an extension of myself. The vehicle, the car, when I'm driving, it might as well be my feet on the ground. It's like an extension of me. I'm not saying I'm the best driver in the world. Oh no, I'm not gonna gloat like that. But I will say that my skill at driving is all about me being one with my vehicle. And you gotta keep your head on the swivel. You gotta know what's going on in all directions. You gotta know what's going on behind you, on your sides, what's in front of you, and the peripheral. You gotta know 360 at all times what's going around your car. So, because you cannot count on another driver to do that. I can't count on that car right there to know where he's going or what he's doing. Same with that truck that just pulled up right over there. So, you see what I'm saying, bud? You have to be the one. and control your space on the road. When should I start teaching you how to drive?
16 something, I don't know.
Well, I got my learner's permit at 15 and a half. I went to my driver's ed training course or whatever. When I was in high school, they had a class for it. They literally had a class where you got school credit to learn how to drive. So that's what I took. I took Mr. Ed, I think was his name. I don't remember. Mr. something. I took his class. Yeah, I took his class and did all that. That's how I learned how to drive. Obviously, my dad helped, but that class, you learn the rules of the road. Mr. Helms? I don't know. Oh man, that I drove up way too quick, or way too. Glad you're not talking about magic cards. See, here's the thing. I was talking about magic cards in terms of money. Yeah, you might yawn because, magic cards are lame, right? What?
I'll let
Yeah, so if you hear me talk about magic cards, 99% of the time, it's about using magic cards as an investment or a quick flip for money, all right? So I talk about it from a financial perspective. I don't talk about it as much from a playing perspective because I don't really play that much anymore, And I haven't been selling. I sold off all the magic cards, so I haven't even been doing that lately. So that's why I haven't been talking about it. But you trust and believe when another fine collection comes my way, I will let you guys know. Why? Because you got to diversify your income. That's what I'm telling you, man. You can't have all your eggs in one basket. What else we got here? All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for going on this journey with me and Mike. We appreciate it so much. Y'all are the best. I'm gonna say this a million times, a million more times. You want to say hi, Mike? Oh wait, wave. I'm gonna say this a million times, a million more times, man. I am so glad that you guys are in this community. Hey, you guys have a good night too. I'm so glad that you guys dropped by. I'm glad that we got a good a semblance of people. Like I said, in September we will batten down the hatches and we'll get a schedule going. That way we can actually set time to do this, to actually like engage and whatever. But yeah, I'm just glad to be a part of this community. I'm glad that you guys are kicking around. And anything, Mike? Got anything for them?
Bye-bye.
Any words of wisdom?
I like chicken.
Yeah, the kid does like chicken. What do we say at the end? No, we're gonna go eat dinner and then hang out with him and his brother. And at some point, we're gonna watch a movie. So.
And game, and I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock.
No, you're probably gonna go to bed later because it's gonna take your brother forever to fall asleep. That's what I've been saying. That's what I'm saying. Will do. What do we say at the end of these videos, or at least try to every single time?
What?
I'm your oh so beloved and glorious Mace Valor.
Chicken.
Signing off.
Chicken noodle soup.